It's official, we are in 2025, New Year's resolutions are written and everyone is ready to improve their lives. But if simply writing down goals was enough to achieve them, wouldn't everyone already be successful? So what's missing? Mike Murdoch once said that the secret of the future is hidden in your daily routine. And daily routines are like a game of Tetris. Every morning, tasks and deadlines start falling faster than you can organize them. They pile up, become overwhelming, and eventually everything feels like it's falling apart. And this is not just a feeling, it's called cognitive bandwidth overload. When the brain is flooded with too many tasks and information, it struggles to function, much like a computer slows down when it's overloaded. The mistake that most people make is assuming that adding productivity apps or creating complicated planning systems will fix the problem. You and I both know that doesn't work. So where are we going wrong? The answer lies in the way we approach our daily routines. Small changes can lead to big improvements, but only if we avoid the common pitfalls that keeps us stuck. Hi everyone, my name is Peter, and in today's video I will share 5 common mistakes that people make when building routines and how avoiding them can help you work smarter, achieve more, and boost your productivity. Let's begin with the first mistake, the morning rush mistake. Most people believe that morning is the best time to plan their day. They wake up, open their laptops, check emails, and start figuring out tasks to prioritize. But this is where the first mistake happens. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that decision fatigue caused by making too many small decisions can significantly reduce productivity. This means that the more trivial choices you make in the morning, the less energy your brain has left for important work. Mornings are when our minds are at their clearest. It's the time when we are naturally more creative and capable of deep, focused work. Yet instead of using this mental clarity for high-impact tasks, we waste it on small decisions like what to wear, scrolling social media, or deciding what needs to get done. Think about it like preparing for a road trip. Would you start mapping out your route after getting into the car? Of course not. Planning needs to happen beforehand. Similarly, your day's plan should be ready before you even wake up. And that's why high achievers always plan their day the night before, by deciding what to wear, prioritizing tasks, and even setting up a workspace in advance. They ensure that their mornings are productive from the moment they start. Here's how you can avoid this mistake. Plan your day the night before. Write down 2-3 important tasks that you will focus on the next day. Assign time slots to these tasks and don't overcomplicate it, just outline what's important. Prepare for small decisions in advance. Pick out your clothes, prep your workspace, and eliminate distractions. When you wake up with a clear plan, you don't waste your power hours figuring out what to do. Instead, you can channel your energy into meaningful work. So now that you know how to start your day right, let's move on to the second mistake people make when organizing their routines. With your morning set for success, the next step is structuring your entire day. But here's where many stumble, relying too heavily on digital tools. In 2025, there's an app for everything, be it task management, scheduling, reminders, and even habit tracking. While these tools promise to make life easier, they often end up creating more chaos. Jumping from one app to another might feel productive, but it overloads your brain with unnecessary friction. Studies show that multitasking with multiple apps can reduce your productivity by up to 40%. Switching between tools takes up mental energy and makes it harder for your brain to retain information. And the solution is to simplify. Choose 1 or 2 multifunctional tools that meet most of your needs. For example, Notion is a fantastic all-in-one platform for managing tasks, tracking goals, and even budgeting. With everything in one place, you eliminate the need to juggle multiple systems. But even the best tools have limits. That's why I use Mindy AI, a tool designed to help you organize your meetings, manage schedules, and handle follow-ups seamlessly. It works directly within your email inbox, simplifying your workflow and saving you time. If you're struggling to keep up with meetings and tasks, you can check it out through the link in the description below. And back to our topic. Remember, the key is not just choosing the right tools, it's sticking to them. Start small by addressing one routine problem at a time. For instance, if you're overwhelmed with task management, fix that first before adding anything else. Over time, you will create a personalized system that works for you without the unnecessary noise. And once you streamline your digital space, you will notice how much mental energy you save, and that clarity will reflect in your productivity. With your tools in place, it's time to focus on where your energy goes. Even with the perfect system, one mistake most people make is failing to align their work work with their energy levels. This is not just about working harder, it's about working smarter, and science backs it up as well. Our brain is naturally functioning in 90-minute cycles of peak performance and recovery, known as the ultradian rhythm. During peak phases, your brain is sharp, creative, and ready to tackle complex tasks. In recovery phases, forcing yourself to power through can lead to exhaustion, poor performance, and even procrastination. Let's look at a common scenario. You sit down to work on an important project, but after a few minutes, your focus drifts and everything feels harder than it should. This is not laziness, it's your brain signaling that it's in a recovery phase. Ignoring these signals often leads to burnout. And research supports this as well. A study from the University of Illinois found that taking short breaks during work can improve focus and productivity by up to 34%. Another study revealed that people who align their work with their natural energy cycles are 20% more productive than those who do not. So here's how you can fix this. Identify your peak hours. Spend a week tracking your energy levels every single hour. Use a simple spreadsheet or app to note when your energy feels most alert and when your energy dips. And then match your tasks to energy levels. Schedule high energy tasks like problem solving or creative work during your peak hours, and reserve low energy tasks like responding to emails or organizing files for your recovery periods. Also, take strategic breaks. Don't fight your recovery phase. Instead, take short breaks to recharge. This could be a 10-minute walk, a quick stretch, or even some mindfulness exercises. The key is to work with your brain and not against it. By understanding your natural rhythms, you can unlock productivity without draining yourself. So now that we talked about managing your energy, let's address one of the biggest traps that can derail your progress: confusing busyness with productivity. The problem is, our brains love instant gratification. Every time you check off a small task, your brain releases a hit of dopamine, making you feel accomplished. But this creates a cycle of focusing on low-impact tasks just to feel productive, while the most important work, the kind that yields real results, gets neglected. For example, let's say you spend your entire morning answering emails, organizing files, and updating your calendar. While it feels like you've been productive, none of these tasks are directly contributing to your long-term goals. This is what researchers call productivity theater, where you look busy, but you're not actually making meaningful progress. A Harvard Business Review study revealed that 41% of workers spend their entire time on tasks that feel urgent but are not important. And this is why it's crucial to focus on effectiveness and not just activity. So here's how you can escape this trap. Prioritize impactful tasks. Start your day by identifying one or two tasks that will have the biggest impact on your goals. Use frameworks like the Eisenhower matrix to categorize tasks as urgent, important, or distractions. By the way, there's a whole video that I've done about the Eisenhower matrix, so make sure you check it out. And then batch low important work. Instead of spreading small tasks throughout the day, batch them into a single time block. For instance, dedicate 30 minutes in the afternoon to handle your emails so they don't interrupt your high focus periods. And then also build a buffer zone. Life is unpredictable and urgent tasks can pop out of nowhere. Set aside 30 minutes to an hour each day as a buffer zone for handling unexpected work without derailing your entire schedule. To give you an example again, think of someone like Tim Ferriss, the author of the 4-Hour Workweek. He emphasizes focusing on the 20% of tasks that generate 80% of results. Instead of trying to do everything, he delegates, eliminates, or batches the rest. By shifting your focus from being busy to being actually effective, you will not only get more done, but also make progress toward what truly matters for you, your long-term goals. Speaking of focus, let's explore how your environment can either make or break your productivity. Your environment plays a far bigger role in your productivity than you might even realize. The space where you work can either set you up for success or constantly pull your attention away. Let's start with physical spaces. Think about how different environments impact your ability to work. For example, a completely silent room might be perfect for deep focused work like writing or coding, but when it comes to brainstorming, a lively coffee shop might spark more creativity. Take J.K. Rowling for example. She wrote much of Harry Potter in cafes because of the ambient noise that helped her to concentrate. Similarly, tech startups like Google design their offices with flexible workspaces, quiet spots for focus, open areas for collaboration, and vibrant spaces for creativity. They understand that no single environment suits every type of task. And here's how you can apply this to your own life. Match your space to your tasks. For deep focused work, choose a quiet, clutter-free environment. For creative brainstorming, opt for spaces with some ambient noise or a relaxed vibe. For collaborative tasks, use open spaces or video calls with minimal distractions. And also declutter your workspace. A Princeton study found that physical clutter competes for your attention, reducing your ability to focus and process information. Keep only the essentials on your desk to create a calming, distraction-free zone. And also manage your digital environment. Your screen is just as important as your physical workspace. So close unnecessary tabs, turn off non-essential notifications, and use tools like website blockers to maintain your focus. And also remember that not everyone thrives in the same setup. Some people find creativity in chaos, while others need order to think clearly. So experiment with what works the best for you and track your productivity to find the best solution. And here's a simple tip. If you're unsure, try the 90-20 rule. Spend 90 minutes working in one type of environment, then switch for 20 minutes and reflect on which one was more effective. When you align your environment with the kind of work that you're doing, you will naturally find it easier to focus and get things done. So there you have it. 5 mistakes that you should avoid when building a routine. But like I always say, knowing is never enough until you decide to act on it. Start today, and remember, your routine doesn't need to be perfect. Start by focusing on fixing one mistake at a time. Maybe begin with planning tomorrow after this video. Just take small steps and you will eventually build a routine that will maximize your efficiency. Now, if you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments what should I talk about in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, and I'll see you in the next one.